15 years ago, this what you see here is my first PC when I was still a kid. And fast forward 4 years ago, it's my first time building my very own self-built PC. And today, I finally built my gaming desk setup that I thought I would never build. This minimalistic setup shows the balance between simplicity and aesthetics without breaking the bank. So without further ado, let me show you my gaming desk setup for 2025. The center of this gaming desk setup is my Asus TUF F15. The specs of this gaming laptop is not only decent for gaming but also for my studies, video editing workflow, and multitasking. The Intel i5-11400H and RTX 3050 is still powerful for modern gaming, especially if we're gonna add the 24 gigs of RAM that it has. It also has 1.5 terabytes of storage, which makes it an amazing package. And in terms of performance on Valorant, it can definitely hit the 144 FPS cap of the built-in monitor that has 1920 by 1080p resolution with 144Hz of refresh rate. And in terms of maxing things out, I've done it as well on Elden Ring with RTX on set to high and all settings set to max. It averages around 47 FPS. And the total amount I spent on this gaming laptop is $1,100 including the RAM and storage upgrades. So now that we talk about the main character of this desk setup, let's introduce one by one the things that revolves around it. For the external monitor, what we have here is an LG 22-inch monitor with 75Hz refresh rate. It's flicker safe, but unfortunately we can't get advantage of its AMD FreeSync. Yeah, it's not a gaming monitor because personally I think it would be an overkill if I would settle for something like that. The built-in screen of my gaming laptop is already 144Hz, and this exact LG 22-inch monitor as well is what I'm using for my Apple ecosystem setup, or maybe let's call it a static productivity desk setup for 2025, which I will release soon as well. By the time I uploaded this video, for sure it will come out shortly few days after this. I'm just gonna put the links to my sub channel where I will post it, or exact link of that video on the description, or just pin it on the comments once it comes out. But back to this gaming desk setup, both of my gaming laptop and external monitor are being held by this 2-in-1 laptop and monitor mount, which I can confidently say that it's durable and it can definitely hold the weight of both of them. But it can also carry more weight if we're gonna add my V12 Turbo laptop cooler. This kind of setup is optional, but what I like to do here is remove the mount and directly place the cooler. This is all worth it because of how insane this V12 is. It's a closed-type blower-style laptop cooler that supports 15 up to 22-inch laptops, which makes it a good accessory for huge laptops even bigger than mine like TUF F17. This is also the same cooler that I reviewed before that straight down drops 33 degrees Celsius of your thermals in just a short amount of time even you're on max settings like having RTX on. It also has RGB lighting which fits the theme of this gaming desk setup, and you can further customize the colors by its 4 different changing modes, and even the base colors as well has 4 changeable colors. You have the controls for that just located in the center part of the cooler that also has the digital information of your current operating fan speed. This turbo cooler can operate from 300 to 2800 RPM and it's powered by a 14cm fan. Trust me, even the 300 RPM can simply drop your thermals for like 1 to 3 in difference, and again, it can easily drop your thermals just like mine from 96 down to 75 degrees Celsius in just under 90 seconds. That stays in there because of the memory foam that seals the air intake to just directly go inside your laptop. And if we're gonna talk about the elevation, this V12 also has that. It supports 2-level height stand that makes your laptop cooler offer more cold wind intake to your system. The only con for some people here is it needs to be plugged on an outlet as it's a different type of a laptop cooler. This has a power adapter that needs to be plugged in. It's different from what you may know like USB powered laptop coolers, but again, in terms of performance, it's definitely needed as the performance and thermals of your gaming laptop when using this V12 turbo cooler are gonna be amazing. If you're interested on this product, I'll just put the links in the description. Again, shout out to Lano, thank you for sponsoring this video. That's pretty much it for the left side of this gaming desk setup. We can now go on the middle part, which is somewhat the control center for this setup. For the mouse, we got a Logitech Lightspeed G304. It's a wireless mouse that has 2 modifiable buttons. It's also powered by a AA battery and it lasts 250 hours. It weighs 99 grams, which makes it lightweight, but the best part here is it supports up to 12,000 dpi. I think it's a decent flexible mouse for this gaming setup considering I have different DPIs for different games or just for normal tasks. Next to that, we have the Royal Kludge RKG68 mechanical keyboard. It uses a red switch and has 3 different modes which are wireless, Bluetooth, and wired connection. It's also an RGB backlit keyboard which fits the main theme of this setup. It has a total of 13 lighting modes, colors are changeable as well, and what I really like here is the shortcuts, functionalities, compatibility are both supported on Mac and Windows. To wrap things up on the middle part of this setup, we have a black desk mat which I don't remember how much is it, but it's probably cheap. We also have a maple wood desk compartment which matches the maple wood desk table as well. Both of this definitely made the setup cleaner and brings out the nature vibe of this setup. We also have some notebooks just in case I have to write something because although this is a gaming setup, there are times that I'm using this as well as my primary workstation for everyday stuff. Moving to the right side of this gaming desk setup, we have some audio related stuff here. First is the Marshall Emberton, which is a portable Bluetooth speaker. It's a quality speaker that excels so much on bass sound and has a good amount of battery life that lasts for more than 10 hours on max volume. We also have a wireless headphones which is the Sony WH-CH520. It's an entry-level headphones but the quality of the sound output is good enough, especially if I want to hear the accuracy of my tone for my voice overs. It's really decent. The only problem could be its comfortability issues which I'm not a fan of. I use this always for long hours and it does hurt my ears a lot due to its pressure. But everything else like its battery life that lasts for 2 days or probably more than 50 hours, it's a good addition to this gaming desk setup. For some design related or just feelers on this setup, we have a warm light desk lamp which has few levels of light that can be controlled by this knob. But I don't like the fact that it needs to be plugged on an outlet. We also have a authentic action figure from one of the best anime series that I like, which is Chainsaw Man. This is a Max Factory Figma Denji figure which is a cool character design, especially its Chainsaw Man form. It's worth buying if you're trying to get into animation or anatomy just like me, but the catch is it's a very expensive one. Let's go back to the functioning side of this setup. We have a Razer Siren Mini as the microphone. I've used this for years already. This is what I've been using for trash talking back when I'm still playing a lot of video games. It's definitely a decent wide compact condenser microphone, and what you're hearing right now is this exact microphone as well. I've just put some filters and enhancements and you get this. Especially if I do record audio closer just like this, I would say it has some quality of podcastic or cinematic aspect that you'll find on those somewhat professional audio stuff. It's relatively cheap, which makes it one of the most worth buying parts of this gaming desk setup. To further enhance the aesthetic looks of this gaming desk setup, we have some plant decorations that totals to around $6. It's all fake, but it definitely made the setup more livelier. And that has a good contrast as well with the light walnut wood slates that I sticked on the wall. It contributes to the nature vibe of this whole gaming desk setup. To finish things off, we have the ambient lighting for this gaming desk setup. We have some rechargeable light scones that has a 3 different color modes. I use the warm light at night when I'm studying and programming. The white lights are for some office kind of vibe. The good thing is it can last close to a day when fully charged. But if it's gaming time already, we have some RGB LED light bars on the back, which I've attached behind the monitor to give some illumination to increase my FPS. I don't know about that, but always remember RGB equals FPS. And with all of that, this gaming desk setup is complete. I hope you enjoyed this video. Drop a like if you did, but if you still want more of this, make sure to subscribe to this channel and to my sub channel as well, because that's where I'll upload the other desk setup that I'm gonna be releasing. It's related to productivity, work, aesthetic stuff that revolves on Apple products or Apple ecosystem. So that's it. Again, Hermes here. Thanks for watching and catch you guys on the next one.